Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔 and today we have a plan with me in my Hobonichi Weeks Mega. I'm starting off by using this clip to clip the pages together, and this is from 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔. She is a Filipina artist and I love all her work. Next, I'm pulling out some materials, a ruler and a fine liner. I've had this for a while, as you can see. And then I have my dot stickers, which I told you in the last video, and I'll link that video in the comment box, that I have been trying to use them up. And then I also have my mild liner, which is the special edition, but I think the colors can be found in the regular line. This just has some special decoration of some Japanese artifacts. So let's go ahead and get started. First, I'm going to go ahead and line the page. So I'm dividing the page into several columns. I'm back to my fine liner. I have been using the pencil that I have, but it doesn't look good on videos or on Instagram for you to see the divisions very clearly. So I thought that I'd go ahead and use my felt tip or my fine liner instead. And I'm doing the same for the right side of the page, and I'm also extending the dailies just like I did the last time. And this is actually very similar to what I did in the last video. There's just a little bit of change. And now we're going to go ahead and use the fine liner. I'm sorry for the shaky cam. I don't have a regular filming setup right now, so I keep moving the camera and it shakes. So here I have lined the top of the page, and this is going to be a highlight for my headers. And then on the right side of the page, I'm also dividing that long column into several different sections. And now that's done, I'm going to go ahead and take my fountain pen and then write down my headers. So I have today, and then I have tasks, and then on the next, or on the right side of the page, I have daily log, and then I have a this week section. And this column is going to serve as sort of like a sidebar where it has many different things pertaining to the whole week instead of it being a daily task or log. And then at the bottom I have next week. I've taken one of my dot stickers. If you want to see other ways to use dot stickers, I will link it up in the cards. And then I'm gonna go ahead and write down what this dot sticker would stand for. I didn't color coordinate my dot stickers, but I did use the darkest one for the most important task or deadline in the today section, and I'll talk more about what the sections would include in my page anatomy. And stay tuned until the end of the video for several things. First, we're going to have the page anatomy, and then I am also planning in the notes section, and then the third section of this video is going to be us looking through my last week's entries. So here I'm just writing down the tasks. I'm just writing a little box, and I will check that off or cross that off whenever the tasks have been completed. And then for the this week section, the top part is going to be my focus, and I just drew a little exclamation point just to remind myself of what this week will entail, so that the weeks don't look the same. And I feel like this is an important part of any planner or any layout, where there's a section there that's the same for all the different weeks, noting exactly what that week had been spent on. So I do have smaller tasks under that. And then I have my notes section, where I just brain dump basically anything that's pertaining to the week or something that I found out this week that's going to happen in the future, and some things that I need to remind myself of this week that is not day specific. It can happen any day, and I always managed to find ways to use the notes section. I like just a running notes, just a blank note section instead of a task list. That's a little confusing for me. I prefer to put the tasks within the day sections or daily sections. And then for next week, there is going to be a deadline next week. That's why there is a dot sticker there, just to remind me that something is going on next week. So let's go ahead and go through the page anatomy. So I have 4 columns with extended dailies. So instead of just having it on the left, I also have it on the right page. And then I have my major events, which goes into the first column of today, and then my day-specific tasks. And then I also have this little space for every day where I can write daily logs or anything that happened in the day. That's not a task, so that I'm just aware of what happened. And then for my sidebar, I have the focus of the week, which you have seen me do. And then I have my notes section. And of course, at the very end, I have my next week. For smaller tasks that cannot fit into this layout, I have found a way to migrate it into my notes pages, which is going to be my weekly supplement. And I'm going to go ahead and show you the notes pages that I have right now. I actually have an extended monthlies for June, just so I'm aware of what happened, and the monthlies don't have to have like all the smaller things. It just has the major things. I always want to have a space for the little things. Sometimes I would migrate that into a different planner, but here I'm going to just keep it all within my Hobonichi Weeks Mega. The Mega does have extra notes pages, like a lot more notes pages, twice more than the regular week, so I am comfortable doing this. But I think 74 pages is what you get for a regular week, so you can definitely do that as well. So here this is going to be sort of like a GDT. So at the end, I have an important checklist, and then I have from the right, start, ongoing, done, to move, and if I have taken notes in a separate page, and then I can just write down the page number on the notes column. So here I wanted to highlight the different check boxes because they're right beside each other. And I'm trying out this trick from, I think, 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔. And then I didn't quite like how I did that, so I went ahead and took my ruler and the finer tip of the jewel-ended mild liner and just shaded the middle so that it looks filled in. And I kind of like that better because it looks a little neater. It's not as neat as I want it to be, but I can't complain. This is really what we have, and I kind of will have to live with that until I figure out how to do this neatly. And these are the actionable tasks, just the actionable tasks. It doesn't have to be a daily thing, but these tasks are mainly project related so that I know if a task has been started, if it has been completed. I may just stick with this list or make a new one next week. It depends on what I have done, but hopefully I'll do all of the project tasks that I need to do. And now for the last section of this video, we have what I did last week. So I was filming this on Saturday, and it looks really populated, and I really like how it turned out. That's why I did it again for next week, and we'll see what happens in the next week in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.